This video is going to potentially save you a fortune, and it's definitely going to save you a lot of time. I'm going to show you how you get every reed in the box working. Right, step one, take your reed, get your reed geek, and you're just going to flatten the back of the reed like this. Just gently flatten the back. I'm sure you've seen other people do that before. Okay, very quick. Now it's very smooth. I'm using Boston Sax Shop Silver 3.5s right now. Step two, wet the reed. You don't need to soak it for ages. That takes too much time. It's a bit of a hassle. Step three, lick your thumb. Put a bit of moisture on the table of the mouthpiece. Put your reed perpendicular to the mouthpiece. Make sure it's not sticking over. And flatten it with your thumb, all right, against the table of your mouthpiece. That means the tip is flat. Right, we're going to put the reed on. Oh my God, I'm not using my Florida Vintage link at the moment. I'm using this THEO WANNE Lakshmi 8-star. It's true. Am I a complete traitor? Maybe. We'll see. But I love this mouthpiece. However, I'm still using my Selma 404 ligature and not Theo's one. Sorry, Theo. Right. Here is the really important bit, which is going to move the needle with your reeds. You're going to make sure that each side of the reed is equally strong, equally sort of hard or soft. Right. What you're doing is closing one side of the reed, then closing the other side of the reed, and blowing them both to see if one side is more resistant, more fuzzy, whatever. Now, it's tricky because you're going to put the mouthpiece at 45 degrees or so in your mouth. Then you have to close one side of the reed against your lip, and then you have to put your tooth on the high side of the mouthpiece to balance it and still be able to blow. It takes a bit of practice, but it looks a little something like this. Now, I think that this side of the reed is a little bit too resistant. So I get my reed geek. You can keep it on the mouthpiece. You just have to be really careful. And I'm going to take off a little, just going to sand down that side of the reed there, okay? So you take your reed geek on this sort of pencil eraser area. Now, if you muck this up, you're going to ruin this reed. So you have to be quite careful, okay? Now, how much do you take off? Well, if you had a soft pencil and you drew a line on there, you would kind of rub it until the pencil disappears. Always remember the golden rule. You can't put the cane back, but you can always take a bit more off. So be very conservative. Okay, let's now recheck. Okay, that's pretty good. Now it's time to test it. 8 times out of 10, that one process will make your reed work where it didn't before. So there's a news flash for you. Now we'll give it a quick blow, see what it's like. So it's a little bit stuffy, which leads us on to the next part of the process. You're going to get your reed geek and you're going to take a little bit off the very front corners of the reed here, okay? Like imagine there's a little sort of triangle each side, and you're just going to take your reed geek and you're going to work away at these corners. This part of the process is high jeopardy. If you just go a little bit wrong and ruin the tip of your reed, you're done. So look, I'm just going to scrape the very corners, and you steady your hand, against the mouthpiece. But it would be better if you took the reed off, but this is the only way to do it fast. So just be careful, all right? Now this will get rid of the stuffiness, because this is the most reactive part of the reed. I'm just using the very tip of my reed geek. Blow off the dust. And now let's retest. Now this reed is generally a little bit hard and doesn't respond very well down the bottom. You don't usually have to do this, but now the final thing you can do is, I'm taking some off the kind of, this thick bit of the reed to try and make those low notes respond a bit better, and you don't have to be quite so careful on this particular region because, it's not very sort of sensitive. So I'm just trying to get the low notes going a bit. Let's get rid of the dust. Try again. This reed is actually fairly hard. I mean, some reeds are harder than others, right? Now, as it happens, this reed that I'm working on, for some reason or other, is harder than usual, and it's also got some stuffiness, so I'm actually going to get back into these corners, be a little bit more enthusiastic about it this time, and take a bit more off and see if I can free up some of that stuffiness by working away some of that stuff just on those very front corners of the reed. Most reeds don't do this for me, but I guess it's good it happened live on video. All right, now we retest. Yeah, and that is perfectly playable reed. Because it's on the harder side, I might take it on a pop gig or a horn section gig where I really have to tank it, and it'll be broken in eventually. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the stopwatch on this process, and we're going to do the whole thing again, and I'm going to show you how quick it is. Right, just before I run this test on an actual real life reed and we see how long it takes, go and check out my free Saxophone Success Masterclass. Take my word for it, it's frickin' awesome. You'll really learn a lot, I'm sure. And it's free. All you got to do is fill in your email address. Just use the link that you can see there. Right, let's do the test. Okay, so this is going to be from reed in packet to going out and being able to play my reed. No messing around. Here we go. Start the clock, guys. Start the clock. We are rolling. So let's take the reed out. Step 1, flatten the back. Make sure it's nice and even against the table. Step 2, we're going to soak it. I need some background music for this bit. Step 3, make sure there's some moisture on the table. Flatten the tip. Now, when there's a bit of moisture on the table, it also means that the flat back of the reed will stick nicely to the table of your mouthpiece and you get a really good seal. Let's line that reed up like that. Now we're going to check both sides of the reed. We're up to 40 seconds. Okay, slightly more dull on that side. Let's give that a little rubber doodle do. Boom, boom, boom. Very careful. I don't want to rush this and muck it up. Get rid of the dust. Retest. All right, now then, I'm just going to get rid of a little bit of the stuffiness just to make this process completely authentic for you. So I'm going to get the very tip of my reed Geek, and I'm going to very carefully take off a bit of stuff on these corners of the reed, just the very corner. See if I can, free up that stuffiness a tiny bit. And while I'm at it, I'll take a little extra bit off that side, because it wasn't quite even. Let's retest the evenness. Yep, that's good. Now let's retest. Sounds absolutely banging. 2 minutes, 10 seconds, all right? That was 2 minutes and 10 seconds to get a reed going. How long do you spend messing around with reeds with a box of 10? That would be me. I would get that reed out of the thing. I would do that process. 2 minutes, 10 seconds later, I'm ready to play on stage. I don't circulate reeds. I don't break them in. I don't have like numbers and letters and codes. I've got a nice tube to put the reed in, but really I don't even need it because I only use one reed at a time. Woo! So sue me. I only use one reed at a time. It takes me 2 minutes, maximum 3 or 4 minutes to get a reed, and then that's me for a few weeks. So that will save you a bunch of time, and it'll save you a bunch of money with a load of reeds that you think don't work. I swear to God, I could go through all your discarded reeds in 2 minutes, get them playable, and some of them will be fantastic. And that's what you do. Hope it was very useful for you. If you like what you see, please, number 1, subscribe to the channel. Hit the subscribe button. Write the new. Number 2, go and check out my free Saxophone Success Masterclass, which has got a bunch of really cool information to help you get better at playing this old boy. And number 3, is that right? Number 3, go and check out my Inner Circle membership. You get access to me every day. It's an awesome place to be. And I'll see you in there, all right? So next week, until next week, practice hard, practice smart, and enjoy your music. Take it easy. Now, as it happens, this reed that that was really flappy. So I'm going to start this whole segment again.